SoulCalibur 6.
Hey there guys, this is the Basinger and welcome back to a continuation of the SoulCalibur 6 Let's Play. And the reason why I'm sounding a little monotone right now is because my footage got corrupted. The recording session for 4 story modes that I've yet to showcase to you, they're no longer going to be blind, unfortunately, because fucking, I don't know what happened. Like, I was editing and all of a sudden the footage just got corrupted, the audio file sounded like trash, and well, I don't want to show you guys an completely incomplete playthrough, so unfortunately, Sungmina, Astaroth, Nightmare, and Siegfried will not be blind Let's Plays, but I will be willing to re-record just to showcase you guys the story mode. And I'll try to remember as much as I can to say what jokes I said or whatever during my improv session, but just to know, I'm a little bit bitter about the fact that I had to re-record this again. Whatever, that's fine. I'll probably get over it.
I'm Sungmina. I grew up in the Sung Dojang run by my father.
So this one's actually really interesting the way it starts off. It starts off as Sungmina as the narrator rather than just this very deep, ruly voice guy.
My quest went pretty well for a time, but then Huang brought me home. I guess it was wrong of me to run off without telling my father and all. He said I must redo all my training and forced me back into the rigid life I tried to escape. But the truth is, that was the least of my problems.
Lady Mina, would you please marry me?
Whoa, that's way too quick.
Did my father tell you to do this?
Stop! I'd be a far better husband than you.
You guys look like generic assholes.
Both of you can beat me. I'll think about it. How does that sound?
What? Then count us in too. Yeah, and us too.
Jesus.
Fine.
Are you all like quadruplets or something?
All at once.
I'm gonna kill all my husbands. Alright. So yeah, that's how the story starts. We're into a forced marital situation. We clearly don't want that, so we are beating up the people that are attempting to marry us. Also, I think I was a little bit complaining about her playstyle a little bit. Now, it's mostly because I'm more used to Helix playstyle than Sungmina, but I'll try my best to remember what I did. If I remember one thing I did during the previous playthrough that unfortunately got corrupted. Oh, he is stripped down! Okay. I'm gonna do something really funny. And just to prove how sometimes the AI can be a little bit dumb. Alright. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. One more. Oh no! Oh no! Oh damn. But yeah, the thing I did was I perfected one of the disciples by just literally backthrowing them all the time. So unfortunately, that wasn't. You almost saw that for a second, but yeah, I just wanted to showcase a little bit of the AI dumbfoundery. Crap. This guy's a spiritual magic sword, apparently. Alright. Oh! Is he gonna fall down? Oh, almost. I think there's one more left, right? There's a total of 4 disciples that want to marry me. Nuh-uh, you guys are gonna have to earn that privilege if you want to marry this sexy beast. I think I did try to attempt to knock out one of them as well, but I don't think, because of the story mode, it's most likely not possible to do so. So yeah. Yeah, some story modes cutscenes, some story mode fights, you're unallowed to bring out them at all.
No wonder hardly anyone showed up today. I was worried that we'd lost all our students.
That day, I was surprised to see Huang home for the first time in a long while. Oh, Huang's my father's best student, and kind of like a mix between my mentor and my big brother. He was called a hero, and the country entrusted him with finding Soul Edge, the sword of salvation. My father also wanted me to marry him.
Of course.
Really though, I can't believe you're already old enough to think about marriage.
I'm not! Those guys were just joking because father keeps talking about wanting a son-in-law to take over the Dojang.
Oh really? I've never heard him talk about that.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, I told him not...
So this is where you've been, Huang. Don't you think it's about time?
Yes, Master. I'm sorry I can't stay longer. Mina, I'm sorry I can't tell you more, but I'm returning to the army. We can protect our homeland with our own hands, even without the Sword of Salvation.
And that was that. Wong re-entered the military, and now continues to fight for his country.
Oh, Jesus.
Me, on the other
Sorry
hand,
about that.
they wouldn't allow me to join the army because I'm a woman. But then what am I supposed to do? I too want to protect our homeland. When you said we, Huang, did that include me too?
Mina, that's not up to me. Do you understand what I mean?
So I can't protect our land with you because I'm a woman, or because I'm not strong enough?
Just hurry up and see him off! Silly girl!
Oh, that line cracks me up. Even the second time I heard about it, I was kind of expecting it, but I forgot how fucking silly that delivery was. Silly girl! Like, okay, who was the voice actor for that, and why did he say that with that inflammation right there? Oh well, whatever. It was time. That was the last time I would ever see Huang. All I wanted was for us to protect the homeland together, but it felt like no one took me seriously. After that, I found it hard to concentrate on my training. Looking back, I really was clueless back then.
Oh, Mina, I was looking all over for you.
Did you come to humiliate me too?
What are you talking about?
Oh god, this guy is such a Chandler.
I respect how strong and bright you always are, Mina.
Then you must be really disappointed in me now.
No, of course not. Hey, I know. How about marrying me?
Jesus
What?
Christ, why are these guys such thirsty for
Huang
marriage?
Overrated,
Like,
I'm just as capable of
you
that,
gotta, like,
no matter what
you
it takes.
clearly don't know how to flirt with women, these fucking fuckers.
Now that I think
You gotta
about it,
soothe them.
Joel
You can't
Wong
just,
would
like, jump the
probably
gun and
just
it's like,
try
will
to
you
try me
marry
out.
me all of a sudden?
Next time I see him, I must be nicer.
You gotta build up the relationship. You can't just, like, hit the hay roll immediately, you know? Jesus. Take it from me. I'm clearly the dating expert here, which is why I'm still single. Anyways, and though I left home, I couldn't think of a way to get Father and Huang to recognize my ability. In the end, I thought I could have get my hands on Soul Edge at last, the Sword of Salvation itself. Then I will be able to make them see what I'm capable of on my second journey to the castle in the west, so I knew the route well, and arrived in no time. That might be a bad idea, Sangmina, as Soul Edge is the
That
evil
moment,
sword.
I was just so shaken
Taking it
that I
will
couldn't think
consume
straight.
yourself into sheer
Ivy,
abandonment.
that swordswoman who was also searching for Soul Edge. She was cool, collected, and so mature. She treated me like a child, so I lost my temper and challenged her.
I remember that was in Ivy's story as well.
No, I'm not done yet.
More fighting will only end in the same result.
Actually, let's just see the timeline to see if that's actually
Farewell.
lines up.
Hey! Get back here!
Well, that was riveting. Thanks for the entertainment. Ugh. But that should teach you not to pick fights with people like that again. I'm sure you'll get a lot stronger in the future. You're still young, after all.
Hey! Don't treat me like a child!
Alright. So, I remember this one fight as well, I believe. Notice how, look at that one attack right there, and it did that much damage. Not only that, but look at the opponent's health bar. It is reduced very slowly, don't you think? Gee, I wonder if that's a sign of something. Actually, I don't think I purposely lost before, did I? I actually, survived the fight, but, you're not actually supposed to. It's a forced loss battle. Oh, and you can't ring out either, so figures.
Didn't I just tell you to think more carefully about who you pick a fight with?
You also said I could get stronger. Can you teach me how to fight? We can use clubs or whatever. I don't care. That was the first time I met Kong Shu Chung, my master. I needed to get stronger if I wanted to find Soul Edge. So, I focused all my energies on forcing him to become my teacher.
At first, my training consisted solely on fetching water and running errands to buy alcohol, probably because I was in such a rush for my skills to be acknowledged. But in time, as I started to focus on becoming stronger, my master began teaching me the proper techniques. Perhaps father, too, was only. But there was no use to think of that now. So yeah, we trained with this drunk bastard.
That's it! Looks like you're getting the hang of it.
Well, yeah, because you finally started teaching me for real.
I'm just giving you a simplified version, you know? So, wanna spar again today?
Yeah, I'm tired of losing to a drunk.
So now here comes the actual fight that we need to do. Let's do this.
Battle 1. Fight!
Oh crap. I think I had like a nut punching move or something, didn't I? I don't remember what the combination is though. Whatever it is, I think I forgot. Oh, there we go. Is down forward maybe? Nope, that was definitely not it. Damn. It was like she spread the legs between the two opponents, and then afterwards she like strikes up into the nuts. I'm trying to remember what that move is though, but oh crap. It looked like that, except that was the starting animation, I believe, but oh well. I believe Kong Xiu Chuang, or however you wouldn't pronounce his name, is a Keelik clone, if anything, judging from his playstyle. So yeah, even though Sungmina and Keelik do share some attacks, they're not exactly clone characters, which is like I personally prefer a little bit more of Keelik's playstyle. Oh, he blocked. Clever bastard. Block this! Oh shit. Maybe not. Okay. Please don't block. Oh man, I wanted to be a badass. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna kill myself up for. You know if I actually. Never mind. I think I played the time to actually initiate the super just for the end slate. There we go.
My. I can't believe you made this much progress in just 1 year. Guess I'll go buy some booze so we can celebrate your victory.
Jesus.
More drinking? Your body will give out one of these days.
You always nag me about that. What are you, my daughter?
My father's far more hardworking and accomplished than you. Aren't your family worried about you? Perhaps a wife or a daughter? After all, I often hear you mumbling in your sleep. You're our treasure, Xianglen. Stuff like that.
Huh? You've been hearing things. Now get back to your training.
Fine, fine. Off you go. But Master never came back.
Uh-oh.
I've no right to teach you proper rod techniques. You need to carve your own fate. That was all he left me, scrawled in a note. I can't believe he kept me waiting all night. It made me pretty mad.
You can tell from my facial reaction, right? Oh yeah, I was discussing a lot about like fighting game stories as well, didn't I? Oh, you guys wouldn't know because that footage is now broken. Damn it. Anyways, I was annoyed my master had left me, but then again, I was being insensitive. He would talk in his sleep, apologizing to someone called Shang Fei and another called Shang Lian. Perhaps he set off to carve out a new fate for himself. I hope so, at least.
After that, I traveled about, exploring ruins and underground labyrinths, ever in search of Soul Edge. My travels went well, but memories of everyone back home kept resurfacing in my mind. I was sure Father and Huang must have been worried about me. And I was worried whether my homeland had been invaded by lands to the east. When you said we, Huang, did that include me too?
Mina, that's not up to me. Do you understand what I mean?
What was Huang trying to tell me back then?
Traveler, help my family.
Are you okay? Such terrible wounds.
Take this.
What is this thing?
Alright, let's do this. Ow! There's two of them, right? Yeah, one remaining left.
Here you go.
Damn it! You gotta stop being so hasty. I gotta send him flying, right? It was blocking. What the hell? Oh god! Yeah, it was that move, wasn't it? But I think he blocked that time, so... Okay, I'm dying. I gotta play seriously now. There we go. That was simple enough. But yeah, this will hopefully be Sungmina's big break.
I carried the man to the nearest oasis village, but he didn't make it. What he had handed me was an illustrated map and a metal plate with a snake crest carved upon it. As soon as I showed them to the villagers, I could see the color drain from their faces.
Oh, Feegle Sestimus. I knew it had to be those demons.
I suppose there's nothing we can do then.
But a bunch of people were kidnapped. Don't you want to save your families?
Of course, but we can't fight them. You should leave here at once, while you still can.
We don't want to get outsiders involved, especially a young girl like you.
What? You'd think I'd be useless?
That's not it. It's merely what you intend to do is not what we would desire.
I don't care. I'm tired of feeling as if I need someone's approval to rescue those dear to me. I'm going to save all of you. And my homeland, too.
She's gone.
Where is that girl heading?
Oh, hey, it's that assassin from SoulCalibur 2? Yeah, isn't he the guy that stole Huang's moveset back then? Hint, hint. I mean, the clothes kind of give it off as well, I guess, so... Even without the Sword of Salvation, and even if I wasn't ready, I was still determined to protect my homeland and those I love no matter what. I didn't care how strong the enemy was. I'd rather have lost than just stand by in silence. Thinking back now, it's a wonder I could be so naive.
followed the map to a vast underground temple. I managed to sneak in, but the unsettling atmosphere and weird smell quickly got to me. There were a lot of creepy instruments strewn around the place, but the creepiest thing of all was... What's this huge container for? Ugh, it's all gloopy. It reminds me of that monster. These are the villagers. They're still alive. What a relief. Are those lizards in there? There you are.
Alright, more lizardmen to deal with. God, yeah, I'm kind of drawing it a blank a little bit. I'm like literally trying so hard because I remember like I was really pissed when I found out that the footage got corrupted because I did legitimately think that I did a lot of good improv material and now it's just not coming to me all of a sudden. At the very least, like I could have had like some discussions we talked about as well. Which the only thing I remember was like fighting game story modes and all that. And now I feel Mortal Kombat is the best example of it. I'm not sure if I mentioned that beforehand or not though, and I do apologize if I'm sounding very repetitive about that, but Mortal Kombat is legitimately the best story mode fighting game that I can think of right now. At least the way they are presented, the way they are programmed, and the story itself. And when I say Mortal Kombat, I meant Mortal Kombat 9. So I feel like I need to specify that as well. Like the way it's it is a retelling of the first 3 games, but it is a more cohesive way of retelling the games, I feel. So that's what I believe at least. Whereas no other fighting game story mode has ever really topped it off at all. Not even close, I feel. They topped it off closely with Street Fighter V, I feel, in terms of like, at the very least, presentation, but not really in terms of storytelling. There's a lot of I feel like a little bit more like fan service than a cohesive story, and I feel like that took a lot more priority than actual cohesive storytelling, I think. And of course, I'm playing SoulCalibur 6 right now, and I do think it's a fine story, but presentation-wise, you're pretty much just seeing like pictures and text. That's something I feel like I think is the most lazy way to convey story, is just doing that. Unless, of course, it's a very long JRPG, Western RPG, where it's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna have to save some time in animation and all that, so of course you're just gonna have to do that. But the reason why they can get away with it is because the story is very long and all that. Whereas with a fighting game story, it's like, what, 7 to 10 hours? At very short length, it's probably like 3 hours. So, yeah. Now, something I do like about SoulCalibur 6 compared to other fighting games is that they put their story modes with all of their characters. I feel like, if anything, like that should be a very good way to convey story mode for the game, is to have each and every character have their own story modes and see what they all have to do about that. But otherwise...
I didn't understand what it really meant to fight.
If it's just like a story mode with like 3 of the main characters, which kind of SoulCalibur 6 kind of does, and I feel like it could have improved on that a lot more.
But it was too late.
But the fact that they also have other options as well in terms of story mode for every other characters, I think it's a little bit excusable, not so much. I feel like they could have done a lot more with its actual story mode. In fact, I will say this right now, SoulCalibur 5 in terms of presentation is better. Now, in terms of story... It is horrible beyond belief, though. But in terms of presentation, I feel like that's what SoulCalibur 6 should have gone for. Which they do in some cutscenes, but not all the cutscenes. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, never mind. Strike that. SoulCalibur 5, in terms of presentation, even then, is kind of a little bit shitty. Because they also just convey, like, pictures and text as well, so... I'm just trying to remember, like, back then, it's like, there's, like, when it comes to, like, actual pre-rendered cutscenes, or, like, in-game cutscenes or whatever, is like, that's what I feel like should be the best of both worlds in terms of fighting game stories. Anyways, this diary of my journey comes to an end. I've discovered a lot about myself. It feels as though my life is about to turn a corner. I hope this diary someday reaches my father and Huang. So this I believe this is the end of Sungmina's story.
Writing your will? Sorry.
And she's writing this as she's kind of
The High Priest has taken an interest in you. You'll be heading off to our headquarters.
Please tell me it's not
along
going to be a
with this
studio foul video.
This is the girl I spoke of earlier.
The way you say that is a little bit, sketchy.
Thought you were going to save your homeland?
Huh? That voice.
I shall vanquish the evils of the ages.
What are you doing?
The villagers told me how to get here.
Oh, crap. It's Huang.
If you will leave here alive.
Does that also imply that Huang was assassin the entire time in SoulCalibur 2? Maybe. I thought that was a really cool reference that they did, so that's really sweet.
The
Alright.
words of those who truly love their country possess a power that spurs others to action. Those who can move people's souls are what you call heroes.
I don't care what sort of damage it causes. Unleash our latest experimental chimera.
Oh yeah, they pronounce it Chimera instead of Chimera, which I find a little bit weird.
Okay.
But hey, whatever. Mortal Kombat says the Shirai Ryu instead of Shirai Ryu, so whatever. I don't care how they mispronounce things. Alright. So we're dealing with a bunch of lizardmen once again. Oh, I started off with a
Time to go.
meter. Should use that to my advantage then. Okay. Crap. Alright, so far so good. Crap, crap.
No way.
There we go. And flew he did. Who's the last guy? Oh, that was the last guy. Alright, that was quick.
Did I win?
Was she unconscious when she was fighting?
Wong?
Well done, Mina. It's not up to me whether we includes you. Now, do you understand what I meant?
Yeah.
Now, let's go home. It's time to take a break from searching for Soul Edge. We can protect our homeland with our own hands, even without the Sword of Salvation, can we not?
Yeah. Hey, Wong. What happened to your job with the Navy?
Recently, I realized something very important.
Really? But you're so much older than me. I know. This is embarrassing, so give me a piggyback ride like you used to do.
I thought you said you hated piggyback rides because they were too childish?
Didn't she do that a lot with Young Sung as well in SoulCalibur 3?
The names of the warriors
I could have sworn there was a
whose
cutscene where she was
faithful
getting, like,
swords
Young Sung was giving her a
etched
piggyback
into
ride
the
or
very
something
fibers of
in
history.
one of the SoulCalibur games. She must really like piggyback rides. God, how childish of her. Also, notice how she's blushing. That's your brother! Just, I know, that's not actually her brother, it's just someone she looks up as a brother, but the fact that she's blushing makes it a little bit like, eh. I mean, I guess they're not, like, blood related, I guess, so that's fine. Ivy, hold on. So, this was Ivy, Secret Soul Edge, and then, yeah, I'm guessing their timelines converge pretty accurately, so it's my guess at least. It's clever. Anyways, we'll be right back with the next episode. We're going to play through Astaroth's level. Stay tuned.